What's going on, Packers fans? Aaron Nagler here with your gut reactions from a brutal 22-16 loss to the Chicago Bears by your Green Bay Packers in overtime at Soldier Field in Week 16. Packers playoff hopes on life support after that one. No doubt a game that the Packers had in hand, set to win the game if they can just recover an onside kick. Where have we heard that before? Romeo Dobbs certainly going to be answering some questions, if not post game, then sometime this week when reporters get a crack at him. Tough scene, very tough scene for a game where the Packers, you got to admire what they did fighting back from all of the injuries they were dealing with coming into this game, losing their starting quarterback, and still in a position to win it and take control of the NFC North. But they couldn't do it. And certainly, you do have to tip your cap to the Bears, though I know no Packers fan wants to do that. They found a way to win in overtime there after the Packers had a chance. They got the ball there to start overtime, and 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 continue to be a major bugaboo for this team. Of course, on 4th down, it helps if you get the center to quarterback exchange completed, first of all. But yeah, there was so many things to admire about what the Packers did. Backups stepping up. Like we mentioned, Jordan Love goes down. Malik Willis comes in and has them in position to win the game. Josh Jacobs, who I thought ran well, but fumbles the ball there in the red zone, robbing the Packers of yet another chance to score some points there in the red zone. He doesn't play for the rest of the game after that fumble. Emmanuel Wilson balled out. Thought he played very well. Unfortunately, too many instances of Packers players letting them down, whether it is Romeo Dobbs, Keyshawn Nixon, a night to forget, no chance of redemption in this one. It's unfortunate because the guy has played good ball for the Packers, but he certainly had a rough night at the office in Chicago tonight. Packers need to regroup. Another week on a Saturday. They face the Ravens there at Lambeau for the final home game of the regular season. Probably far-fetched to think the Packers are going to have a home playoff game at this point, although crazier stuff has happened. Who knows what happens with the Chicago schedule? Packers got to take care of business on their end. Came close to doing so tonight until it all fell apart. And look, I know before I even look at the comments, there are going to be people out for Rich Bisaccia's blood tonight. And I understand it. It's frustrating. Special teams let them down again. And I get the knee-jerk response is to blame Rich Bisaccia. I said before the game, Rams just fired their special teams coordinator because he contributed, or the teams contributed, to 3 losses on the season. Well, certainly throughout this year, the Packers special teams have contributed to some losses. And they certainly did tonight. However, Rich Bisaccia had a player in position to make the play, to win the game. At some point, the player has to make the play. We'll see what happens throughout the course of this week when it comes to the breaking down of said play. And why was Romeo Dobbs in there? Because he's a receiver. And you don't want, defensive tackles out there? You're looking for linebackers to be out there? No. Receivers go out there on the hands team. Romeo Dobbs, who through the rest of the evening had a great night, misplays the ball, cost the team. No question about it. The player did that, not Rich Bisaccia. For all of Rich Bisaccia's faults throughout the season as a special teams coordinator, and there have been plenty, tonight, I can't put that on Bisaccia. That's just me. Clearly, a lot of you have varying mileage on that one, which I understand. All right, folks, let the healing begin. What's going on, folks? We got your super chats lined up here, starting with Kyle. No excuses on this one, Nags. Execution has killed the Packers all season. I mean, you're not wrong. Certainly, execution has been an issue at points, but also they did execute at times throughout this game, which put them into position to win it. I understand the frustration, but I give Matt LaFleur some major props tonight. Do you understand what you just watched as far as not only did they have a number of backups in position because of all the injuries, but then they lost their starting quarterback towards the beginning of this game? Malik Willis has to come in, hasn't gotten first team snaps in weeks, and proceeds to put them in a position to win the game. So I hear you, man. I hear you. But at some point, you got to understand what you're looking at. Josh, what's going on, man? Wait, how does LaFleur not know why Jacobs went out of the game? I heard that in his post-game presser saying he wasn't quite sure after the fumble. Was he injured? I think Matt's just trying to, not give any injury information away. But you got to remember, when guys are going in and out of the game at positions, at certain positions, skill position wise, the position coaches are sending guys in and out. If you're a head coach, even a play caller, you're not necessarily privy to, oh, I'm going to get X, Y, Z guy, unless you call for, okay, I want this play that we run to this guy every single time, which is, not going to happen over and over and over again. So I'm sure Ben Searmans at some point was sending Wilson and Brooks in there. Jacobs undoubtedly communicated with somebody, would be my guess, that he's feeling pretty banged up and couldn't continue. I'm sure more will come out of that in the post game and throughout the week. Jerome, what's going on, man? Is Bisaccia's special teams wasting Malik Willis's prime? I joke because I don't laugh, I'll cry. On to the Ravens. Go, Pack, go. But seriously, I hate our special teams. Look, you have every reason after tonight. Special teams cost them another game. No way, other way to put it. And Rich Bisaccia is in charge of the special teams. But at some point, what are you supposed to do as a coach? You can't catch it for the guy. Jake, what's up, man? Matt said the same thing he always does after losing. What will it take to fire him? He is actively throwing the games at this point. Jake, that is unbelievably absurd. You have no idea how well this team played tonight, given the circumstances. And LaFleur was a major component why they were in position to win the game at all. Jake, I don't say this lightly. Stop being ignorant. Learn football, because clearly you have no idea what you're watching. No clue. That was one of the better games that LaFleur has put together this season, given everything surrounding the game. Austin, what's up, man? 30 plus years of terrible special teams play, you would think the ineptitude would fizzle out by now. But no, stop putting a badge on it and calling it a day. If it's broken, fix it. All of this because Romeo Doubs didn't catch the ball. I mean, I get it. It's frustrating. What would you have done differently? Put a running back in there for him? Put a quarterback in there for him? I mean, that unit executed the play perfectly. The player did not catch the ball. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Hova Zach, what's up, man? Go, Pack, go. Word. I feel you, man. Chat GPG. I like it. It took the Bears knocking out Love, a blown onside kick recovery, the win keeping Caleb's throw in the end zone, and a fumbled snap for them to beat us. We execute, we win. On to the Ravens. Go, Pack, go. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of circumstances there, and there's tons of other plays you could point to that go the other way, right, in the Bears' favor. But, yeah, I think, it's tough in the wake of a loss like this to pull back and look at it like, what did the Bears do tonight? They held serve. That's all they did against a banged up team with their backup quarterback. But the Packers were in position to win the game despite all of that. And that's what makes it hurt. So I get it. I understand the frustration and the anger. But yeah, the Packers played one hell of a game tonight. Joe, what's up, man? 0-5 in the red zone will get you beat against good teams. Of course, it wouldn't have mattered if they handled the onside kick. What were the odds? Never tell me the odds. And yeah, the red zone killed them tonight. No doubt about it. And it has killed them recently and somewhat intermittently throughout the season. The red zone was a disaster all night long. And it didn't matter if it was Jordan Love or Malik Willis. Absolutely killed them tonight. Max Jaffa, what's going on? I don't know how to feel. Yes, it does suck to lose, especially to the Bears, but when your starting guy goes out there, there's not much you can do, but Matt somehow made it work. If any coach needs to be gone, it's Rich Bisaccia. Yeah, like I said, I thought LaFleur coached a hell of a game tonight. And you're not wrong, man. I it does suck to lose. And the words of, that you hear from the podium after the game about being proud of his guys fighting. I get most fans probably roll their eyes, but he should be 100%. He should be proud of the effort from his team tonight. I get you can point to individual performances, shortcomings, what have you, but as a team, as a collective, man, they fought their asses off. Mario, what's up? Nixon shouldn't be in the cornerback one role, but I don't even think we have many options either. Need help at the cornerback position. I would suspect it will be a focus this offseason, but we've thought that before, and nothing's materialized, so we'll see. Certainly, he's played way better than he has the last 2 weeks. The Denver game, this Bears game has been rough to watch, no question. Braden, what's up? Football gods, give us the trilogy in the playoffs. Still a possibility. Absolutely. Now, of course, depending on how it plays out, more than likely they'll be back at Soldier Field, which I'm not a big fan of that idea, but I'll take it. Give us a third crack. Postman, how you doing, man? Well, that sucked. Thank God for Knob Creek. I feel you, brother. That's what she said too. Thank you for the super chat. I am tired of this crap. This game never should have went to OT. Bisaccia has continuously led bad special teams units, and while he wasn't on the field, he is the leader and needs to go. Nixon is also not cornerback one on any planet. F. Appreciate it, man. I hope you feel like you got all of that off your chest, because I'm here to tell you I got no problem with Bisaccia tonight. He can't make Romeo Dobbs catch the ball. Catch the fucking ball. I don't know what more you need to see on that game, on that replay. I mean, catch the ball. It's right. You're in position. You're in perfect position. Catch the ball. Bisaccia can't do it for him. As far as Nixon, yeah, rough night. Rough night at the office. No question. John Simitovich. It's 2014 to a fucking T. Fire everyone. Whatever. I highly doubt anyone's getting fired. Though, hey, McVay just made his first in-season firing, so maybe, LaFleur follows his buddy. I doubt it, but maybe. Who knows? And this isn't even close to as bad as 2014. Stop. There's still games left. There's still possibilities in front of the Packers. 2014, it was over. I mean, what's wild, and I just said this on Twitter, what's wild is the moment that ball comes down in the end zone, Nixon's right there, touchdown DJ Moore. All I could think of was the touchdown at the end of the game in 2014. Like very one-on-one, similar end zone shot, blah, blah, blah. That sucked. That recall absolutely hurt. Andrew Ware, what's up, man? We handed that to them on a fucking silver platter. No question. Had it in hand. Had total control of the game. Pissed it away. Brian, how are you, sir? Nags, can you explain why Bears are in first in the North at 2-3 when Packers are second at 4-1? Math doesn't math to me. Well, because division games obviously clearly mean something, but overall record is the number one part of it. And the Bears have a better overall record. TL, what's going on, man? I still love this stupid fucking team. Merry Christmas, Nagler. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, because you're all diehard Packers fans who follow CHTV and myself and all of that. Speaking of Christmas, my sister and her son, along with my dad, all flew in to New York today. And in the middle of the game, I get this text from my sister talking about how dad's flights are all screwed up and they don't know where he is. So if you saw me jump out of the live stream at one point, like I was dealing with all of that. So I have a perspective here where I'm like dealing with my family and worried about my dad. That's making me kind of really look at this game 30,000 feet, like about what's important in life. Look, I love the Green Bay Packers. They are my passion. They are a big part of my life, clearly. At the end of the day, man, I'm just happy my dad's safe in a hotel here and that life is living, and I'm going to see them for Christmas dinner tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's a big thing. Big thing. Jerry, what's going on, man? Poverty ass Bears franchise can only win against backups and cheating. No heat, intentional shots. Come on, let's talk about this shit. Look, football is football. As Matt said at the podium, I know Howie Long talked about the cheap shots at halftime. It is a bang bang play that takes Love out. Now, can the defender possibly go lower? Maybe. Is he aiming for the head? I don't know, man. Like, it's so quick, it's so fast on the field. It's hard for me to declaratively say, like, oh, he's definitely trying to deliver a cheap shot, right? Now, the heat stuff, that's some Mickey Mouse bullshit, but I don't expect anything else from the Bears, you know? And the Packers almost overcame it all. Just finally caught up to him at the end there. Mario, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Pathetic coverage by Nixon, and this isn't his first rodeo. Missing the playoffs isn't out of the window either when we probably have to win out and need some help to win the division and make the playoffs. You're not wrong. Now, the only thing that matters is winning their next two games. Like everything else that needs to happen, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but none of that matters if the Packers don't take care of their own business. That's job number 1 going forward. Mike Witt, what's up, man? I hate football. Proud Eeyore after that game. So what exactly do we need to get into the playoffs? A lot. They need to win their next two games. That's the most important part. Edswald, what's going on, man? Cheap shot on Love. Time to clear house on special teams. No on the second. Although, who knows how LaFleur reacts to this. Again, Bisaccia can't catch it for Romeo. Cheap shot on Love. I just talked about that. Hard for me to say that with any, like, certainty, right? Didn't look great, though. I'll say that. Evan, what's going on, brother? After the Dallas game, I said, have to find a way out of the Gary contract. You laughed incredulously. Not an I told you so, but checking that pulse. Oh, not an I told you so in the form of an I told you so. I mean, it doesn't look good right now. I'll tell you that. I mean, after the Dallas game when he had like 7 sacks on the season, yeah, it was a little ridiculous then, brother. The fact that he hasn't had a sack since then, probably not as great. Not trending the right way. E4, what's up? Just damn. Proud of this team, but damn. Yeah, you're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. Christopher Larson, how are you? We're not getting inf beat until at least September. 1 loss. We're not getting inf beat? I don't know what that means. We'll bounce back. Mind asking my buddy Patrick Healy to take it easy on the bourbon tonight? He's watching. The sun will rise tomorrow. Go Pack, go. Patrick Healy, take it easy on the bourbon tonight. Your friend Christopher is very concerned. Jerry, thanks again, man. Anger sharks are swimming in my head. Understandable. After that ending, completely understandable. Carter. Before you can win, you have to not lose. Chuck Noll. Wise words from a legendary coach. I'll go one further and quote Rosie Perez in White Man Can't Jump. Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. Soder, what's up? Block kicks in Cleveland and Dallas. Missed field goal against Carolina. Muffed onside kick in Chicago. This team just finds ways to lose in 2025. Packers clearly hate me. Soder, it's an abusive relationship, one that you're never leaving. So just deal with it. That's all I can say. Ryan, what's up? I'm just going to keep it a buck. It was over the second 85 went down, man. I don't know. I mean, it certainly changed, but I don't think it was over. They certainly found a way of working post-Kraft after a couple games. Like, yeah, it got ugly there, against the Eagles, and then found a kind of new way of working against the Giants, and they've been good. Man, they were marching up and down the field with Jordan Love tonight. Before Love goes out, they know how to operate. I mean, Do I wish Tucker Kraft was out there? Sure, yeah, 100 billion%, but I don't know, it was not over once Kraft went out in any way, shape, or form. Oh, Scott, thanks so much for becoming a Carry the G Club member. Really appreciate the support. E4, what's up, man? Feel for Dobbs. 99.9% of the time, he handles that ball with you on giving Matt LaFleur and the team props. Yeah, I mean, it's a results-based business, right? No question everyone's going to be out for blood when it comes to Romeo this week, although mostly people are out for blood with Bisaccia tonight. But yeah, it's tough, man. You got to execute, you got to produce, or else people are going to be calling for your head. And I know Romeo was hurt on the play, but it was interesting that he did not get back into that game. Never really got an update there, but it's tough life when you've had a decent game up till that point. All anyone's going to remember is that he dropped that ball or misplayed it, however you want to say it. YouTube sucks 101. Thanks for the super chat. I don't even want to be around anymore. We did so many great things, but it's ultimately overshadowed by a few key mistakes. Yeah, and that's football. And that's what sucks. Like I just talked about, everyone's going to remember the mistakes. Everyone's going to remember the miscues. They go on to win that game. No one remembers any of it, or it talks about it at least. It's not front of mind, right? But yeah, all anyone's going to remember from this game is Romeo Dobbs and Keyshawn Nixon. Outside of that, not much is going to be remembered, which sucks because there was some really good performances on both sides of the ball from the Packers tonight. Don Vito. There's moral victories here, which I hate to do, but no Parsons, Jacobs, Love, etc. That's not insignificant, but I'm still disgusted by this loss. Understandable on both counts. Yes, there are no moral victories. The Packers fought their ass off. And you can be proud of them, the kind of fight they showed throughout the game. But ultimately, it is a results-based business, and you are judged accordingly by what you do between the white lines, and the results afterwards. Packers came up short, and they absolutely pissed this game away. No one to blame but themselves. That is the truth. Lewis, thanks to the super chat. Packers have lost 2 games this year where they haven't punted. Can you name any other in NFL history? I'm down but not out. Asking Santa for health. I'm sure it's happened before, but yeah, I said at one point in watch party, because Whelan came on to hold the kickoff, right? And I said, Whelan hasn't punted tonight. And he never did. Also, shout out to the Bears punter and their kicker. The kicker was amazing in these wins, and the punter had that great punt to put the Packers at the 2-yard line. That's some serious production there from their kicking group. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. Robs, what's over? It's over. I am sad. The game is over. Season is not. Soder, thanks again. Up to the 4th down fumble, the Bears had not really stopped the Packers offense. God, this game sucks. Please fix the red zone. Yeah, the Packers had moved the ball all night. And it is so unfortunate that 4th down went the way it did, because if they get the snap off, they probably convert. But yeah, man, shit can jump up at you at any time. The red zone is really the story tonight, to my eyes anyway. Evil Badger, what's up, man? Stupid mental mistakes continue. That will cost them. Nixon will cost them versus Baltimore and Minnesota. Nixon was lucky he wasn't flagged for the hit on Moore. Yeah, I had no problem with the hit on Moore. You saw all the shit Chicago was doing. Zero problem with it. Nixon will cost them versus Baltimore and Minnesota? Possibly. He may also redeem himself. He's had plenty of good games this year, but the last 2 have been bad. No question. Storm, what's going on, man? Is it just me, or did that feel a little like the 14th NFC Championship game, minus the stakes, of course? It's not just you. Botched onside and losing to a post-route OT. Little PTSD there. Shout out Malik, though. Yeah, Malik balled out. And yes, it's not just you. Ryan, what's up? What are the odds of missing the playoffs? Never tell me the odds. I got to see, in the morning, I'm sure someone will have some kind of playoff primer. All I know right now is the Packers got to win their next 2 games, and they need some help. They would have had total control if they won tonight. Now they got to win and get help, which is never where you want to live. But the Packers have been there before and gotten in. But winning the division now is a big, 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 big mountain to climb. Christopher, what's up? I'm weirdly not that upset. Bears needed miracles to beat that version of the Packers. Defense looked good without Micah. Green Bay will likely have a chance to atone against the Bears in the playoffs. Yeah, there is a chance there, and you're not alone. I'm weirdly not that upset, too. Like, they were in position to win the game. Yes, they pissed it away. Now they've put themselves, their backs against the walls. They're going to have to execute these next two games. But like I said at the top, and I get people are going to roll their eyes, but I'm pretty damn proud of the way they played tonight. Hate the outcome, hate the mistakes, no question about it. But given what they were up against, coming off that loss in Denver with all the injuries they had, that's a hell of an effort by the Green Bay Packers. Don Vito, what's up, man? Lost in all this, Matt LaFleur coached his ass off tonight. Couldn't agree more, man. Could not agree more. Jerry, I don't blame Bisaccia tonight, but his unit sucks. Fair analysis. Fair commentary. No notes. Jesse, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Ian, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on, Nags. What a game. Let's blame Halfley. Can Tyler get something going? Go, Pack, go. Next two games are huge. Gives us 2 weeks to be excited for. Look at you being all level-headed. Yeah, let's start cooking some anti-Halfley narratives because God knows we've got reports coming out today how the Titans are going to be interviewing him. Giants are already, front runners and favorites to probably possibly land him as a head coach. Yeah, definitely got to start blaming Halfley for some of this stuff. T. Kohler, what's going on? This team is special. May not be this year, or maybe it will, but I feel like a Super Bowl is close. Bourbon. Maybe it's because of the bourbon that you feel that way. I'm kidding. I feel you, man. I feel you. It was hard tonight to watch them piss away a game they had won, no doubt. But they do feel like a very good football team. They have just got to be way more consistent in the red zone. If they are, they win that game going away. Simitovich. Over emotional, just sucks. We did today, though. No, absolutely not. How about that Chelsea comeback, though? It's pretty dope, right? Soder, what's going on? Everyone loves Bisaccio. We are stuck with him. Well, the only one that matters is Matt loves him. So he's not going anywhere. That is true. Jordy Nelson, 87 GOAT. What a handle. Thanks for the super chat. I thought Matt LaFleur used to say we got to find ways to win. We definitely found many ways to lose today. Anyway, I am sure we beat this Chicago team in the wild card round. Go Pack Go from Brazil. Well, they had plenty of ways to win. They found ways to win. And then Romeo Dobbs dropped the ball. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Mike Witt, what's going on? So happy being in Eeyore tonight after that. We'll never, ever be an optimist when it comes to this team. Losing sucks. Mike, that just means you're going to wallow in self-pity for much of your Packers fandom, which is fine. But it makes the winning all the sweeter if you come over to the fun side. Connor, what's going on, man? Nags, Nixon is Kevin King 2.0. Running back is Mo Drayton 2.0. Rich Bisaccia is Mo Drayton 2.0. You want to hold on to them both for the playoffs? You Nags don't know ball. Connor, you don't know what you're talking about. That's the funny part. Keith, what's going on? Bears game plan, take out Love Bountygate 2.0. Again, it's really hard for me to say with any certainty. I know Howie Long's in the Hall of Fame, and he was talking about it at halftime. I acquiesce to the Hall of Famer, Chad, what's up? We have had 5 of the toughest losses this year, overcome terrible injuries, and our second string balled out. 2 weeks to get right. Bears can lose. They can lose. We need them to lose. And the Packers need to win. The last part is the most important part. Packers got to do it now. The backs are against the wall. Soder, what's up? I was kind of hoping your dad was in Honolulu. Dad, Soder, don't even joke. You have no idea how my mind was racing. Jay Sauerbrunn, what's going on? The Bears are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. You're not wrong. You're absolutely spot on with that reference. Well done. Ryan, the season ended when 85 went out. Totally disagree. How many games have they won since then? Just stop. Walleye, what's going on? This in Seattle is why I never relax in sports. Yeah, that's why I always say a lot of ball game left. Till it hits 0, anything can happen. B. Deji, what's going on? We've crumbled almost every game in the fourth quarter. Coaching? Well, maybe some coaching, maybe some lack of execution from the players. It's always a mix. Always a mix. And every fourth quarter? I don't know, man. I don't think the tape backs you up on that one. Jake, what's up? Onside unit comes out. I got chills of 2014. 2 seed so close. Matt coached his ass off. X forgot how to catch. Jacobs took himself out. Matt said collapsed. Yeah, I mean, the McKinney thing, damn. Second week in a row. He's got the ball in his hands. Catch the ball, dude. Tough way to live when you're dropping interceptions and you're fumbling it yourself. Jake, what's up? Feel like the team just gave up after the onside. Well, that may be your feeling, but I guarantee you they did not. Patrick, what's up? I watched the 82 Brewers documentary Just a Bit Outside, outstanding watch, which opens with the title, It's Meant to Break Your Heart. So why do I keep doing this? Like I told Soder, you're in an abusive relationship, and it's very one way. You give nothing but love and support, and they keep crushing your heart. And then we see them the next week. That's how we roll. So that's how we live. Jordan, what's up? Take Christmas. Give me the last 2 games back. Go, Pack, go. It's going to make these next 2 games all the sweeter when the Packers win. Come on now. Stoney, how are you, sir? Sucks because the O-line dominated in the run game, creating holes and gashing that D. Do you think they should sit Jacobs to get him 100%? His knee has to be worse than that we are told. I mean, we were told he was on crutches on Monday, so I think we have a pretty good idea of how bad it is. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Now, they're 2 big games they got to have, right? And you want your best players out there. Jacobs is going to push to play. He did this week. He did today. But I'm, pretty much on your side of things here. You can't keep running him out there and not having him available for the full game, not knowing when or where he's going to go out, Wilson's shown he can do it. This is a couple games now where Wilson's really come and run well, played well at that position. He had the drop pass in the flat today, I know, but overall, I think he's been really good when called upon. So I think it's a possibility. We'll say that way. Joe, what's up? Guess we'll have to break their hearts again by defeating them in the NFC Championship game in Chicago again. I like where your head's at. There you go. Soder, what's going on? Malik Willis is one hell of a quarterback. I agree. It's going to suck when he's starting someplace else next year. But what a luxury. I mean, so many times where he just does a great job yet again tonight of not putting the ball in jeopardy. For a backup quarterback, who hasn't practiced all week, it comes in cold and just does a phenomenal job with his decision making. I mean, there was the one play where he decided to run where you wonder if he could have maybe done something else, but where he gets tackled short of the sticks, which led to the ultimate 4th down. But on balance, I thought he made every right decision, every play that was available to him. Just great work from Willis. Excellent stuff. Pac-Man's, what's up? Moments like these make you realize how important it is to prioritize real life and create meaningful moments outside of football. No question. No doubt about it. Patrick, what's going on, man? I try to predict good, bad, and the ugly each week. Could have guaranteed Romeo was going to be in the good this week. Then sports happened. Can he be in all 3? He was never going to be in the good. But he'll certainly be in one of them. Jerome, what's going on? Great to hear you have family visiting for Christmas. New fun to put an Apple AirTag on your dad. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everyone. Jerome, trust me, this is one of the first conversations my sister and I had. Don Vito, I don't know if this is copium or not, but if I'm a Bears fan, I'm happy we won, but far from impressed. Also, I think 1-1 most likely gets the Packers in. Possibly, but don't leave it up to other things having to happen. Win the games. Gerard, thank you for the super chat. Tried your beer last week for the first time ever, and it's good. They stopped selling it after the season. To me, it tastes like a light spotted cow. We are a seasonal beer, but there are plenty of spots that have it available, I would say, a couple months after the season's over. But then, yes, it does disappear from shelves for the balance of the offseason, and then usually we're back on shelves right before the start of training camp. Thank you so much for trying it. I'm glad you liked it. Walleye, what's going on? One win, one Detroit loss gets them in. There you go. There you go, Walleye. Letting us know what's up. Appreciate you, man. Moon Gloom. It's just win and get in. Am I wrong? Not necessarily. Not if Detroit keeps winning, Chicago keeps winning. There's some other stuff that needs to happen. Steve, what's up? Win the next two, get in the playoffs, beat the Bears. I like this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it. Let's do it. Jerry, thanks again, man. If we don't make the playoffs, then I blame injuries and youth. That being said, the sky is the limit for this team going forward. I agree, but I don't think we can blame youth. I know they're the, quote, youngest team in the league again. But as Brian has pointed out a couple of times now, there's a bunch of guys on this team who are young but have played a boatload of football for the Packers. At some point, you got to stop excusing it with youth. Like, these guys have played plenty of NFL snaps and plenty of NFL games. It ain't about being young anymore. At some point, you are who you are, and you better start getting better if you're continuously making the same kind of mistakes, right? J-Mac, what's up? Green Bay wins 2 and in. Green Bay wins 1. Detroit loses 1 equals Green Bay in. But you had 2 in Green Bay. Green Bay 1. A lot going on there. Braden, what's up? All I want for Xmas is to stop running jet sweeps. Now, as I said on Watch Party, I get like you don't get big gains on every one of them, and Golden goes for 2 and Reed goes for a couple, and everyone gets frustrated. But then you'll also see there's one where, there's action, sweep action, jet action from Golden that opens up a huge hole for Wilson to fly through and get 8-9 yards. Like, you're keeping the defense honest with some of those. Like, I get it's frustrating when they don't pop, but they're not wasted downs. You're making sure that when you run that action, safeties, linebackers, their eyes, their footwork sometimes is being dictated to and helping you open up other things. So just remember, every time a jet sweep or a end around doesn't go for big gains, just remember you're almost always sequencing something later in the game to try and play off of that to take advantage of how the defense reacts to it. That's some of the thinking there. Austin, what's up, man? I've calmed down now, just frustrated. Wish Rome caught it. I mean, wish Rome caught it. Put it on a t-shirt. Couldn't agree more. Jake, what's up? 3rd and 20, inches away from the game-ending sack. Tough game. That's why they always say it's a game of inches, right? Close the deal when you get the opportunity. Adam, what's up? What was up with Nixon's hit on DJ Moore? I generally defend him, but that was whack. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it in general, but again, it was that type of game. My first return of the fucking game, the Bears are flying on top of the pile and tackling the returner's helmet. Nixon's out there. He sees DJ Moore, and he runs into him. Just wish he'd channel some of that energy into playing the position. Mad Dog. Mad does things. What's up? It's not Green Bay. It's Green Pain. Fair enough. Chop Suey. How are you? Things to be thankful for this holiday season: family, health, Cheesehead TV, and not having to cheer for the fucking Chicago Bears. Go Pack, go. I feel you, brother. Absolutely feel you. Keith, no matter what, Bears still suck. See, correct. Correct as usual. J Lux, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for the super chat. Not saying Matt LaFleur needs to go, but it feels like under him with Love, we are not fully taking that next step. Yes, I understand injuries, but something seems off. We can't seem to put it together and take that next step. I wish I could give you a response. I know you were saying this earnestly, but I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. They were 1-5 in the division last year. They're 4-1 now. Is that not a step? They're whiskers away from taking control of the NFC North if Romeo Doubs catches the ball. Would you be saying they haven't taken that step if Romeo catches it and they win this game? Matt coached his ass off tonight. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. any kind of pushback on Matt LaFleur tonight, I'm sorry, you lose me. You absolutely lose me. Short diabetic, what's going on, man? Football is an awful, beautiful game. That being said, I'm emotionally devastated. I'll never watch again. See you all next week. Yeah, I feel you, brother. Definitely feel you there. Marshall Duke. Geesh, Bears fans are acting like they won the Super Bowl. That second half was the 2015 NFC Championship game all over again, nearly identical. Hey, man, Bears fans are excited. They won a game against their hated rival. You know, look, we all know all they did was hold serve, and that's fine. That's great. But yeah, they're excited. The way Matt LaFleur's owned that team, that's the first loss he's ever coached in Soldier Field. So, of course, Bears fans are excited. I get it. They should be. Can't wait to go back in there in the playoffs and beat them. That will be hilarious. Chelsea. Any idea why there was no hold on Quay Walker on that final play? I haven't seen a jersey that stretched since Kevin King in 2021 NFC Championship game. They either didn't see it or didn't think it was material to the play. Let him play, maybe. I don't know, man. I have no idea. It's hard. It's hard to watch that. I saw it. But, man, plenty of stuff doesn't get called throughout a game. At some point, you got to overcome it. Good teams do. Packers did last time around against the Bears, where they had a very suspect officiating crew. Couldn't do it tonight. That's all. Carl, what's going on? And Romeo had a pretty great game with that one exception. Who do you think they'll get to be the quarterback 2 if Jordan is out? Matt coached his ass off. He did. I can't this is terrible of me, but I know they have a quarterback on the practice squad who they picked up at the end of camp from Arizona. Practice squad guy whose name is escaping me at the moment, but if Jordan's unable to go, you would have to suspect he'll be the backup. Pokey, thanks for the super chat. Bears are fake and still suck. Andy was uncharacteristically depressed and pissed, swearing and all. Tell me, Nags, are you ready to fire Rich like Andy is? No, I am certainly not. And look, that's a good tease for tomorrow. I'll be doing my Let's Talk Football chat with Andy. I'll be up late afternoon, so you'll get to hear both of our takes. But no, I am not. All right, everybody, I got to get going. Cannot thank you enough for hanging out after a brutal loss for the Packers to the Bears. You hate it, but you got to regroup. Another big one next Saturday in Lambeau against the Ravens, against a still very dangerous Ravens team. And, of course, Lamar Jackson, very unique talent there at quarterback. Hafley's got to have his hands full. Excited for the Packers to play these last 2 games. Don't forget, there's a lot ahead for the Green Bay Packers. As much as it hurts tonight, as frustrating as it is, a game they had in hand and pissed away, all of that is true. Your frustration is valid. I totally get it. There's still a lot ahead for the 2025 Green Bay Packers. All right, folks, thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, with Let's Talk Football, and then Packers Daily. We'll be back on Monday. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Go Pack Go.